Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog, and this time I wanted to do another topic, but this time it's more on our health rather than on beauty, as opposed to my other vlog which is about makeup and fashion. I actually have notes because feel ko na kung wala akong notes, baka mag-ramble ako at masyado akong madala emotionally dito sa topic na to. Naisip ko na tong pag-usapan dati, pero napaka-controversial kasi ng topic about mental health. Tapos yung mga ibang issue pa dito, ako personally nahihirapan akong pag-usapan sa publiko, sa kahit ako mismo psychiatrist ako, natatakot din ako sa pagkutsa ng maraming tao. Kasi ito ay hindi masyadong akma sa panlasa ng karamihan ng tao. But I think it's time. It's 2018 and it's about time we talk about these things and let the discussion rolling. Recently, the mental health law was enacted, and hopefully this law will bring not only awareness but help to further advance mental health care in the Philippines. Before I go on, I would like to say some burning questions that have been going through my mind, and I've asked actually colleagues and fellow mental health care professionals about this, and they say, oh yeah, why don't you ask those questions? And I said, medyo nakakahiya. Kasi ako mismo, aminado ako, stigma on mental illness is real. So these are the questions that is brought to mind. Why is there a cancer survivor and not a suicide survivor? Oftentimes we talk about being victorious on chronic and seemingly impossible maladies that a person struggles and triumphs over. But nobody really talks about the victors of depression or those that survive suicide. Think about it. Or why is there a recovering pulmonary tuberculosis patient but a reluctance on recovering schizophrenics? Often, patients would not disclose their history of psychosis or schizophrenia simply because they don't want to be stigmatized and be disenfranchised from getting jobs. Because they will be proud about, nasiraan ka ng bait dati? Di ba? Parang ganon. How about struggling with controlling blood sugar and blood pressure? It's very common, right? But there's a taboo with controlling mood symptoms with depression and bipolar depression or bipolar disorder. Oftentimes, I would say, nag-iinarte ka lang. Ba't ka depressed? Ba't di mo na yung makontrol yung sarili mo? Often, this mental health illnesses is equated to flaws in character, right? Or one can go on a maternity leave, but hardly any mental health leave. You cannot just say to your boss and go say, boss, magli-leave po ako. Bakit? Kasi po, para hindi ako masiraan ng bait. Diba? Kasi kaya mataas ang burnout sa mga work institutions eh. Diba? Kasi we don't recognize mental health. we don't recognize that the brain needs rest too. That we need rest and respite for our mental health and well-being. We can talk openly about getting help for cancer, but we are mum about getting therapy with psychosis, depression, or suicidality. Mental health is part of physical health. In fact, there is no health with no mental health. Even among health professionals, mental illness is a sensitive topic and often frowned upon, and referring to psychiatry is seen as an attack on someone's character. How easy it is to refer to cardiology, to surgery, to OB-GYN, to internal medicine. But when someone's get referred to psychiatry, it is laughed or frowned upon. The patient would say, "Mo ako nire-refer sa psychiatrist, hindi naman ako buang." So, oftentimes I experience this. I go to the ward, do my rounds, and then the patient and the relatives are not aware that they are being referred to a psychiatrist. So, what I do is routine na lang that before I go there, a consent for me to consult them is already in place. I mean, consent is really something that should be mandatory in all aspects. But, di ba, pag ibang specialty, hindi mo naman masasabi na, kailangan mo ng consent para mag-cardiology consult ka kasi more often than not, papayag yung pasyente. Pero pag sinabi mong, i-refer sa psychiatry, bakit? Diba? Hindi ako buang. Hindi ako siraulo. Nire-refer dyan. Diba? So, I think it's 2018, there should be an end to mental health stigma. Today, I wanted to particularly talk about schizophrenia. Because I think in social media and in most talked about topic already, we have already started the discussion on depression and suicide. But I think we are still in the depths, or parang you could say we are still in a dark forest or tunnel when we are talking about psychosis, when we talk about schizophrenia. Parang, takot sila. Baka manakit yan, magwala yan, magulo yan. Diba? So, in layman's term, it can be interpreted as being crazy. In Filipino, sira ulo, buang. In Ilocano, bala. Or in Tagalog, may salpik, and all the other hurtful, derogatory words that you can think, which just really hurts me when I hear these things during consult. In politically correct terms, it's a state of losing one's mind, wherein our perception, belief, and judgment are impaired. In schizophrenia, psychosis is the core symptom. Ano ba pag sinabi mong psychosis? Loss of reality testing. Sa DSM-5 criteria daw, it states that these symptoms should impair social and occupational functioning for at least 6 months and should fulfill at least 2 of the 5 criteria. Ano yung 5 criteria na yun? Una, delusions. What are these delusions? These are fixed beliefs. Like, halimbawa, paranoia. Pakiramdam niya, may gustong pumatay sa kanya. Pakiramdam niya, pinag-usapan siya. Pinagkakaisahan siya. Pag sinabi mong delusion, ito na yung mga paniniwala na kahit na baliin mo, explain mo, nakafix na sa utak nila. Like yung paranoia o jealousy, pakiramdam niya may iba yung asawa niya. Kahit na-explain mo na hindi naman yung totoo, yun yung nasa isip niya. Hallucination. Ito naman applies to the 5 senses. Yung pandinig, paningin, pang-amoy, pakiramdam, yung panlasa, na-experience ng isang taong may sakit sa isip na wala naman. Pero particularly sa schizophrenia, yung common, yung mga auditory hallucination. May mga naririnig sila na sila lang ang nakakarinig, pero yung pakiramdam nila, totoo yun. So, halimbawa, pakiramdam niya may tumatawag ng pangalan niya. O pakiramdam niya merong nagkokomento sa lahat ng kanyang mga ginagawa. O minsan may naririnig siya na nag-uutos. Yun yung pinaka-common na sintomas sa schizophrenia. Ang susunod naman, the third one, disorganized speech. Iba-iba na yung sinasabi, hindi na magkakatugma yung mga kwento, yung mga pananalita niya, yung hindi na ba naiintindihan o kaya halo-halo na. Yun yung pangatlong sintomas. Pang-apat, grossly disorganized behavior or yung catatonic behavior. Ibig sabihin parang iba-iba na yung ginagawa niya na katulad ng iikot-ikot na siya, na parang taong grasa, di niya na alam kung saan siya pupunta, aimless wandering, magulo na yung bahay niya, di niya na aalagaan yung sarili niya, disorganisado na or iba-iba na yung kanyang gawi. Yung panglima, yung tinatawag na negative symptoms. Alogia, ibig sabihin, hindi na masyadong nagsasalita. Avolition, ibig sabihin parang yung mga dati niyang ginagawa, hindi na niya ginagawa sa ngayon. Parang katulad din sa depression, pero more on pag sinabing sa schizophrenia, mga negatibong sintomas, yung mga dati niyang ginagawa na ngayon ay hindi na. Halimbawa, mahilig siyang mag-basketball dati. Ngayon, mas gusto na lang niyang nakatago sa kwarto. Halimbawa, dati na pagluluto niya at napagsisilbihan niya yung mga anak niya. Ngayon, nakatulala na lang si nanay. Dati, siya ay leader at namumuno sa kanilang kumpanya. Pero ngayon, biglang pala absent na si boss. Hindi na niya na gagawa yung mga report or mga yung accomplishment na kailangan gawin. Yun, mga negatibong sintomas. So, how to recognize it? Sinabi ko nga dati, there will be a change in behavior, attitude, and poor performance in personal relationship. Now, how to get help? The first, of course, is to seek help. May mga taong pwede kang sabihan ng iyong mga nararamdaman at pwede mo ring isang guni sa isang doktor or psychiatrist that can help the patient. But sometimes, this behavior, the patient himself is unaware. So it's up to us, the close peer support group of the patient or the person, to recognize the symptom so that we can get help for them. Ang schizophrenia ay walang lunas. Pero ito ay nagagamot at pwedeng nating maibalik sa dati nilang gawi at maging produktibo silang mga tao ulit. Maaari nilang ituloy ang buhay nila kahit na sila ay nagkaroon pa ng sakit na schizophrenia. Sa papamagitan ng paggagamot, pupunta ng regular sa check-up sa doktor, pwede rin siya mag-undergo ng mga psychotherapy, yung pag-uusapan, kung ano yung mga problema o yung mga issues na gusto niyang pag-usapan na bumabagabag sa pasyente para matulungan. At importante, at lagi ko itong pinagtutuon ng pansin, yung family support and community support. Kung walang pagmamahal, pag-iintindi mula sa pamilya ng isang taong may sakit sa isip, kahit na siya pa ay nagpapagamot o may mga gamot na iniinom, mahihirapan siyang makabalik sa dati. Mahihirapan siyang kunin ulit yung mental health, mental well-being na nararapat para sa kanya. Isa pa, napaka-important din po ng community support, yung pagtanggap ng komunidad na ang mga taong ito ay pwede pang maging produktibong mga miyembro ng ating lipunan. Halimbawa, sa kanilang mga trabaho, hindi sila yung bibigyan ng special treatment, pero bibigyan sila ng pagkakataon na makabalik at hindi sila ituring na iba. Upang yung trabaho mismo is therapy na para sa kanila. Patients with mental illness that are integrated to the society have good response actually. Because they don't feel isolated anymore. And they feel that they are accepted without persecution. Because more often than not, my patients would not disclose to their employers for fear that they will be put out of work. And that's one of the hardest advocacies that I had to deal with. Sometimes I even have dialogues with their employers and families just to address certain misconceptions about mental illness, about schizophrenia in particular. Mental illness is not a sign of weakness. It is more common than we think. In fact, as much as 2 out of 5 persons have mental health problems. 1 in 100 persons may be afflicted with schizophrenia, and 1 out of 20 persons with mood disorders. With an open mind, giving heart, helpful soul, we can help each other achieve optimal mental health for a better quality of life, making the world a better place. Napaka-Miss Universe, no? Pero kailangan talaga ng pagtutulungan para maging maganda ang kahihinatnan ng mga taong nagkakasakit sa isip. So next time we encounter someone with mental health issues, let us be decent human beings and reach out. You never know when the next person that needs help could be you. So that's it for our vlog. I hope you keep an open mind and help in this advocacy for mental health. Para sa akin, walang imposible kung tayo ay may pagtutulong-tulungan, kayang-kaya kahit na ano pa man yan. Bye. Thank you again for watching my video.